How's it going, guys? Chris here, and today we're going to talk about the Orlando Brown trade and how he's going to help the Chiefs out. I'm with my good friend Mason Vitale. Mason.
How we doing today, boys?
So we're going to talk about the trade between the Ravens and the Chiefs. I don't know what the Ravens were thinking. I think they just gave the Chiefs the last key weapon for their offense, and I think the Chiefs can easily make it back to the Super Bowl after this trade.
I find it interesting. There were reports early on in the offseason that Brown wanted a trade. If you guys are unaware, Orlando Brown played right tackle most of his career, but due to injuries, the Ravens had to move him over to the left tackle. At left tackle, he kicked ass this season. He was a Pro Bowler. He's one of the best left tackles in the league. He just wanted to continue playing left tackle. Now, some people might say it's because left tackle is harder and he just wants a new position. If you ask me, it's probably because left tackles get paid more. Let's just be honest. But I don't blame him.
You're not wrong about that. The left tackle position is the highest paid position on the O-line.
Not only about the money, though, how does it affect the team? If you watch the Super Bowl, which I don't know how you didn't watch the Super Bowl, but you're watching this video, we all saw what a bad offensive line can do.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes
Got murdered out there.
got decimated out
It
there.
was unfair having no O-line. Mahomes lost a game that he never lost before, a crazy margin.
At a deficit he's never lost.
He never
before.
threw a touchdown in that game. So over the offseason, Kyle Long came out of retirement and joined them. Now they have Orlando Brown.
Well, they got Joe Thuney. Fun fact about Joe Thuney is that in his 5-year career, has never missed a start. A team that suffered with many offensive line injuries, that's an interesting stat to add to your team. He's also a Pro Bowler, was also a first-team All-Pro, and from what all the scouts are saying, very versatile. He's not just a left guard. He can play tackle, right guard. Heck, I've even heard he can play center. I don't think we've seen it.
I don't think we will, but if an injury happens in the center position, it's important to have someone that can replace that role because the center position is the quarterback of the offensive line. They also got another person, don't they?
Yeah, they picked up Austin Blythe from the Rams. Austin Blythe, he's no huge name, but he's that solid player who makes little to no mistakes. 1 penalty all of last season, and he allowed 4 sacks, which is a rather low amount. So after watching Patrick Mahomes run for his life in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs picked up a new left tackle, a new left guard, a new center, and a new right guard.
What I find very interesting about this is 3 out of 4 of those guys have made it to the Pro Bowl. 2 have made it to the All-Pro. So we're talking about absolute stars here. And if they can create somewhat of a chemistry, that might be their only problem is they never played with each other. But if they can create a chemistry and stay healthy, this is going to be the scariest Chiefs team we've ever seen.
I'm just waiting for the Chiefs to move up in the draft and pick up a new right tackle. Why not?
I mean, they've been doing everything. They've somehow been able to manage everyone under a contract. They've been able to keep all their players, and they've been able to stay under the cap. They've been doing great at that, and they've been adding more weapons.
I mean, personally, just long term, I'm a huge fan of the offensive line. I'd rather see a team with a stud left tackle than a stud wide receiver. I truly believe that offensive line, to truly be dominant in the game of football, you need to dominate the trenches. And that's both defensive side and offensive side. And Patrick Mahomes, even though it's fun to watch Patrick Mahomes play with Tyreek Hill, Hardman, and Travis Kelce, I don't believe later on in his career he's going to need stud wide receivers to be successful. But long term, a strong offensive line will always be needed. No matter how great you are, you'll always need protection. Tom Brady, his whole career, has always had a well above average offensive line. And even Tom Brady with a crappy O-line would not have won 7 Super Bowls.
There's no way, especially with Mahomes, the way he can throw that ball, the star capabilities he has, and let alone all the weapons you just mentioned. He didn't even score a touchdown in that game. If you look at the additions they added on the offensive line, not only will that affect the passing game, but it's going to help the running game as well. That increases the play action game,
And what happens with a play action game? You get opportunities of deep shots. You got to think about it. How did the Bucks beat the Chiefs? They played 2 high safeties. Why? Because they didn't want the deep ball. What do most teams do when the defense is playing 2 high safeties? They run the ball. So what can the Kansas City Chiefs do this year when a team is playing 2 high safeties? They can run the ball. So excited to see how the Chiefs play. I think it'll be an interesting year.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I think we'll see somehow an even better Chiefs team if they're not riddled with injuries like the 49ers. It's interesting to see what's going to happen because with the Ravens sacrificing one of their greatest players on their team, it makes them seem less of a real team to defeat the Chiefs. There's only like 1 or 2 teams that can beat them, and that is the Bills, and I can't think of a second team, honestly. I would have said the Ravens, but without their, star left tackle now, Orlando Brown, I can't see them really making it deep in the playoffs.
Time will tell.
But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Like the video, share with your friends, and you guys take it easy.